Today I'm gonna talking about animal eukaryotic cell. First, what's the cell? Well, the scientist Robert Hooke made a first light microscope, and he put a pic of plant under microscope and looked to it, its cells, then he give a cell her name. Well, cell is the small units in all organism, it's the base of biology, any cell made up of organelle. Also, all cells have 3 in common organelles. These 3 in common organelles are cell, membrane, cytoplasm, and genetic material. There are 2 categories of cells. First, eukaryotic cell, and second is prokaryotic cell. First, here is eukaryotic cell. I'm gonna talking in this video about her organelles. This is a typical cell of eukaryotic cell. First organelles called cell membrane. It separates the interior of the cell from its environment, and it regulates what goes into and out of cell. Well, it's made up of phospholipid and protein and glycoprotein. Well, the second is rough endoplasmic reticulum. It works with smooth endoplasmic reticulum in protein synthesis. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is membranes with ribosomes attached to its second organelle. It's so important. Well, it's a nucleus. The nucleus is the core of eukaryotic cell. It contains genetic, material, and nuclear cytoplasm, and nucleolus, this purple ball here, and it's surrounded by nuclear membrane, this yellow membrane in this picture. We can classify cells to eukaryotic and prokaryotic according to nuclear membrane. Well, if cell has a nuclear membrane, that's mean this cell is eukaryotic cell, but if it doesn't have, that mean that this cell is prokaryotic cell. Well, this membrane has a holes. These holes are called nuclear pores. It allow material exchange between nucleus and cytoplasma. Then inside nucleus there are chromosomes. It's another shape of chromatin. We can't find chromosomes in prokaryotic cell, but genetic material in prokaryotic cell is chromatin. However, genetic material is so important for continuation of life. Then another organelle which is like lungs in cell. This organelle is called mitochondria. Well, the size of mitochondria relative to the size of eukaryotic cell is the same as the size of prokaryotic cell to eukaryotic cell, or we can say that size of mitochondria is same as size of prokaryotic cell. Well, in mitochondria, sugar molecules are burned by oxygen during oxidation reaction, and energy, or ATP molecules, are produced. The next organelle is cytoplasm. We found this in all cells. What's made up of, and what's her job? First, its jelly liquid is contain salts and sugar, and some lipids and protein, but 80% is water, and there are nano-enzymes also. There are ions like sodium and potassium. Well, now what's the job? Okay, as you see in this picture, that cytoplasm is surrounded by almost organelles. Well, mass chemical reaction done in cytoplasm. Okay, let's talking now about centriole. It's just in eukaryotic cell. Well, there's 1 pair of centriole in animal eukaryotic cell. 1 centriole made up of 2 cylinder. This cylinder made up protein is called tubulin. Basically, this cylinder made up of 9 microtubes, and it's located near nucleus. Well, what's the function of it? Centrioles play a role in organizing microtubules that serve as the cell's skeletal system, and they help determine the locations of the nucleus and other organelles within the cell. Well, as L talk, organelle move in cytoplasm in a donation to that the centrioles organize this moving. The next organelle is lysosome. It's really important. Without it, cell died. Because lysosomes, it's responsible for the release of toxic substances. This substance is really dangerous to cell. Well, what's the SER or smooth endoplasmic reticulum? It's sacs and membrane. It's like R or rough endoplasmic reticulum, but SER without ribosomes attached to it. Well, R and SER with Golgi pyruvate work to give cell protein, but the start of making protein is ribosomes. Well, what's it? The ribosomes. Ribosomes made up of 2 subunit, big subunit in the top and small subunit in the bottom. Well, what's the function of ribosomes? Well, ribosomes responsible of translation, RNA messenger to first protein shape. Well, how it do that? In a small subunit in ribosomes there are 3 sites and gene of RNA messenger are located in them. Then, RNA ribosomes, which it has a suitable code of gene, and it also has amino acid on the top, well all gene made up of 3 nucleotide and every gene has their amino acid. Well RNA ribosomes carry amino acid to put it on the true gene in RNA messenger, then one amino acid attached to next amino acid, then it gives cell a polypeptide. Well now some student ask how cell does maintain her shape. That's because of cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton gives support and structure to cell. Well cytoskeleton made up of microfilaments and microtubules. Finally is vesicles. They are small and there are a lot of them in animal eukaryotic cell, but in plant eukaryotic cell vesicles are big and little. Well what's the function of it? They transport substance within cell. Okay, that's all about animal eukaryotic cell. In a next video, I'm gonna talking about plant eukaryotic cell. Thank you for watching.